Welcome to Astro Rahu Channel English. I'm your host Vishal Sathye. Today we are going to discuss for the Scorpio Ascendant what happens when the great Saturn comes in the 5th house in Pisces. Before we continue, I would like to remind you I have launched a new channel, Vishal Sathye Entertainment, and I have launched a new song on it, and I have personally acted in that, so watch that. So let's move ahead. For the Scorpio Ascendant, when Saturn is now in the 5th house in Pisces, this is a kind of a karmic placement. You can think of all placements of Saturn, especially in the 12th, 8th and 6th sign, as karmic. This is a common funda. So here Saturn is in Pisces, and in this case I have seen that especially the mother, because here Saturn rules the 3rd and 4th house. So the mother is she has a lot of vairagya. That is, whatever she does in life, she does with a lot of detachment. So the basic observation here is that the mother is very virtuous and very hardworking, and she instills a lot of virtues of strong character in the individual. And she also encourages the individual to live life to the full. This is almost every time it is true when the 4th lord is placed in the 5th house. So she always is very positive. She encourages this individual to be positive in life, to live life to the full. But somehow, because Saturn is karmically placed over here, especially because Saturn here rules the 3rd house and he is placed in the 5th house. 3rd house representing self-effort. Whenever this individual tries to put in self-effort, whenever he is very hardworking, he puts in effort, but somehow the effort doesn't fructify and results don't come in. This happens literally up till the age of, this can happen till the age of 40, 45. Depends on the horoscope, how sun is placed, especially how planets in the 10th house are placed. You have to see. If the horoscope is average, then this Saturn will kind of trouble the individual for 40 to 45 years. And many things happen over here which will create problem for the individual. The 3rd house also is the original house of creativity, and now it is placed in the 5th house of creativity. So Saturn here blocks all the creativity. So there can be situations where the person is very creative, but due to some circumstances of life, he is unable to develop that creative talent of his into a career. The creativity is kind of squeezed, and it is kind of blocked for a long time. And this person has the character of breaking all the shackles someday, and someday he can come out. But the moral here is, the thing here is that he has to keep on trying. He has to show his character, and he has to keep on trying, and when it is enough, then Saturn will let him come out of it. And Also, because Saturn here is in the fifth house, and originally the fifth house is of Sun in the Kalpurush Kundli. So here Saturn is more malefic, and what happens here is that many a times there is financial trouble as well. I have seen with this placement, because from here Saturn aspects the second house of hoarded wealth. He also aspects the 11th house, so he also kinds of blocks the opportunities which are usually generated by the 11th house. So opportunities will not come very naturally to this individual. He has to work hard and he has to generate those opportunities for himself, then the results will come. And again, because Saturn here, as I told you, is in the fifth house is of the Sun, so somehow Saturn will squeeze this person's managerial capability. Many reasons can be there behind this, like there can be financial trouble, and due to that this person might not engage so many employees for work, and he will keep on working himself solely, and due to that he will suffer in his career. This can also happen. Or it can happen that due to fear, that many a times employees learn, and once they learn, then they leave the job and become independent. There can be this fear, and due to that also this individual might not be employing much people under him, and he might not be working as a group. So managerial capabilities are hampered over here. Or there might be scenarios where the person might feel that only I can do this work properly. If I delegate work to some other individual, that individual might not do the work properly, and then due to that work might suffer. This can also be one of the causes. But somehow, some way, managerial capability, which is the core, which is the essence of the Sun, this is destroyed here by Saturn. Apart from this, many a times I also seen here, because the fifth house also represents education. Many a times education is also blocked, and there might be scenarios where the person might leave education halfway, or somehow, some way, there might be some obstacles in completing the education. This also I have seen with this placement. And apart from that, because fifth house also represents romance, so romance is also, it also suffers with this placement, because Saturn here will tell this person that don't indulge into romances until you are financially secure and you have excess money. Because Saturn does that. Saturn creates fear, and Saturn especially creates financial fear, and he discourages this person from indulging in romances. This I also have seen. And because from here Saturn also aspects the seventh house, so the marriage also I have seen becomes very structured over here. The marriage is nice, it is stable, but the romances in marriage, it decreases with this placement, unless Venus is placed in the seventh house, or there's some very benefic aspect involved over here. We have to see the horoscope very carefully with this placement. And again with children as well, because fifth house also represents children, so there might be some problems in having children initially. The other sperm count might be less, or with females there might be some ovarian issues. And but Saturn does not deny children, but there might be some issues with having children. But once children are there, then even afterwards there might be some issues with growing up the children. Either the children might be very stubborn, or there might be some issues with the children where the person has to put in a lot of self effort and persistence while dealing with children. So this was my analysis for the Scorpio Ascendant, Saturn being placed in the 5th house in Pisces. If you like this episode, don't forget to press the like button and do subscribe to this channel and share the videos if you like them. This is very important for me. Until the next episode, this is Vishal Sathye signing off for now. Bye.